18-year-old Ebby Steppach has been missing for weeks, and the alarming possibility that she has been sex trafficked haunts everyone who knows this case.
How does the sex trafficking work?
They picked up this girl, lock her up in a room, feed her with heroin, keep her doped up. They charge guys to have sex with her to the point where she's just a zombie slave.
The best case scenario is your daughter is still alive, but being sex trafficked.
That's the worst case scenario to me. If she's not with us anymore, she's in peace.
The search for any signs of her goes on with no results, until the day a team stumbles across a gruesome sight in a remote area of Little Rock.
There were some clothes found. There, I believe, were handcuffs found. And they said, we found a leg. Nothing prepares you for that. But here's a shoe. And it was a shoe like she had had before.
But they breathe a big sigh of relief when the find turns out to have no connection with Ebby's disappearance.
We were told very fast that it was animal remains and that the clothes had nothing to do with Ebby.
But Ebby's family still wants to keep up a full court press on finding her. They hire private investigator and former Little Rock police detective Monty Vickers, and he says he tries to help the department work better with the family.
The last thing that we need to do is to run out here and start our own investigation and interfere with the police investigation some way. So we basically did nothing other than try to communicate with the police department and stay in communication with the family.
But he still does a lot of digging himself. About 5 months after Ebby goes missing, he visits security guard Guy Hooper, the man who reported Ebby's abandoned car at a city park. We tracked down Guy Hooper ourselves, and he gave us the shocking details about seeing Ebby with 2 young black men in the park only days before she disappeared.
It was late evening. I advised them everybody to leave the park, which they did. Then a few days later, I run into her again with another young black gentleman. This time they were in the back seat of the car. And the third time, she was back with another couple of gentlemen.
And you're sure it was Ebby?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. After I saw the pictures of her later on, of course, I didn't have a name at the time.
And Hooper says he notices one guy in particular, who he says is there all 3 times.
They were hugging, kissing back and forth back there.
Do you remember what these guys look like? Especially the one that she was close to. Do you remember in your head?
Yeah, he's about 5'6", 5'7", had long dreads.
And his eyewitness account is about to go ballistic when we show him what we've brought along with us.
I want you to do me a favor. There was a bust involving sex trafficking that took place in Louisiana. But the individuals, many of them who were arrested, have connections to Little Rock. I want you to look at their mugshots and you tell me if you recognize any of them. Again, if you don't recognize anyone, you don't recognize anyone. Right. But if you do, just let me know.
Yes, there's this middle one on the top and gentleman on the left.
Which individual was the one kissing and hugging Ebby?
This gentleman right here.
The guy with the dreads?
Yes, sir, the guy with the dreads.
How positive are you?
About 70%. But I'm pretty sure this was the gentleman that was directly with her.
It's a stunning development that could have a major impact on the search for Ebby. This man, 21-year-old Keith Pruitt of Little Rock. Police in Arkansas have not connected him with Ebby's disappearance, but Pruitt was recently charged with human trafficking and promoting prostitution near Shreveport, Louisiana.
He was the one with her.
Mm-hmm. That's sure looks like him. Sure looks like him.
Also charged in that case in Louisiana, 23-year-old Gary Jackson of Little Rock. Guy Hooper also pointed out Jackson as the second man he believes he saw in the park with Ebby. Both men are currently in jail in Louisiana awaiting trial, and we have not been able to contact them or anyone representing them. Again, just to be clear, Little Rock police have not named either man or any suspects in Ebby's disappearance. But still,
I mean, this seems like key information that police would want in order to investigate what happened to Ebby. Did they ever talk to you?
Nope, not for a year.
and we don't even know if the Little Rock Police Department has ever seen the potential bombshell evidence that Crime Watch Daily has brought to the table. So I'm going to head right over to the station and hand it to them personally. We couldn't get the lieutenant or a detective on camera, but I did run into Public Information Officer Steve Moore out front.
This could be huge for you guys. Obviously, we wanted to make you aware.
I'm trying to find him, and I'm going to call the assigned detective
Yeah.
and give him this also.
Awesome. I appreciate your time. Thanks, sir.
And now police say they are actively pursuing the information we provided them.
I think there's a lot more to the story.
Reporter Mitch McCoy from our Little Rock affiliate KARK News 4 has been on the story since Ebby first went missing.
I think that there are a lot of unknowns with this case that sooner or later will come out. The question is, when?
McCoy interviewed retired Detective Tommy Hudson, who recently worked on the case. Today, Hudson says the investigation is back on track. He won't discuss sex trafficking, but he does lean towards foul play.
My opinion is somebody has her and somebody's done something to her.
And Ebby's family says that they are now satisfied that police are doing everything possible to find their daughter.
I have full confidence in who has her case now. I can actually sleep at night knowing that there are those looking for her. Thank God. We have someone now, we have people now that understand that and check on that as soon as they can.
If you have any information on where she might be, call the Little Rock Police Department. That number is 1-501-371-4829. Or you can submit a tip anonymously at crimewatchdaily.com.